Okay, today is November 17th, 2015, and we're watching the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop. And we can see this area of low pressure, this storm, has become somewhat disorganized. We can see the core is very disorganized, and that is because of the heat being applied by a transmitter right in this area. And there's not much organization left. There is a cold front right here that is following the jet stream up into Oregon and down through Nevada, according to the jet stream map. Let's go take a look at that jet stream map right now. And we can see that today the jet stream has moved slightly to the east, whereas yesterday it was moving right down through California and then winding back up to the northeast. This way we have a different pattern where it's going right down through the Four Corners states and then doing a U-turn and going right back up into the Dakotas and up through into Canada. Okay, so the things have moved slightly to the east, but still California has a very good shot of rain, and we had chemtrails today in Los Angeles for most of the day. And also the comments that I'm getting indicate that there is a lot of heavy chemtrailing up in the Marin County area, as well as Reno, Nevada, and probably Tahoe. And everywhere where we're seeing this rain potential up here in Northern California, all through here, the Bay Area, everywhere, I'm sure that they're spraying. And so they're going to stop the rain that way. That's how they're doing it. And we still have this high pressure that's in place here. This is a stationary high. It's been installed to block this storm system. And this system here is being weakened. We can see that. And we're just left with a front that's going to move over and probably follow the same track as all the rest of this weather. All right, let's look at some of these other maps. First of all, we got another, let's take a look at there's a disturbance identified right down here. And we can take a look at that on the National Hurricane Center map. This is right south of Cabo San Lucas. It's an area of low pressure down here south of that high that's parked up here. And this has a 40% chance of hurricane formation in 2 days. So we will keep an eye on that if anything happens. Okay, here is the color infrared loop. And we can see that moisture field moving right in over into Washington and Oregon. And some of this is skirting through California, right over Lake Tahoe and down into Nevada, right here. And we can see the disturbance here. These thunder showers are fairly intense. We'll be keeping an eye on that. Here is the western U.S. water vapor loop. And we can see that high pressure stationary is just sitting there. Everything's going clockwise. You can see that dry air channel right here. That's separating this field from joining up with that low. So that's still in place. And we have a HARP transmitter right on the core of this system here, the storm that passed over LA about 3 days ago. Okay, let's look at the, this is a close-up of that East Pacific disturbance. This is expected to be a hurricane, or, well, possibly a depression in a couple of days. And right now, it does not look like they're hitting this thing with microwave. But if this gets organized, if this thunderstorm system does get organized, the chances are very good that they will blow it apart. Everything is moving to the north east, as we can see. So if this does form into a hurricane, it may move a little bit and then do a U-turn like Hurricane Patricia did here about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Okay, let's look at the, take a look here. This is the surface analysis map. And we can see that high here, 1,033 millibar right here, parked. Got a developing gale right here, this front. And we can see a warm front here. That's the HARP transmitter on this low pressure. This was a storm yesterday. Today it's a gale. And this is moving up and over that high pressure ridge right here. And it'll move probably into Oregon and Washington here in 2 or 3 days. And we have another low up here, gale, and another developing storm out here, way out in the Central Pacific. So we'll keep an eye on all that. All right, here is the SSEC geostationary satellite, and we can watch, we can see chemtrail activity on this website fairly easily, but today it's not showing up too well. But we have a lot of chemtrails here in LA today. It looks like they're chemtrailing out here. You can see some streaks out right in here, all through here. They're streaking perpendicular to the flow. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some of these other maps. We saw that. Okay, here's the 500 millibar. You can see that high. And we have this this gale force system here. It's going to have to ride up and over these ridges to get around this high. And when it does that, it'll probably move into Washington or Oregon, and we'll have to see what happens next. We've got a channel of dry air right here that is blocking this moisture flow. We can see some of that activity right here with these little ridges to prevent this moisture field from moving into that low. We'll just have to keep an eye and see what happens next. Here is the 300 millibar. And we see the area down here of low pressure. This is where that disturbance is identified, right? Sort of down, actually down here, way down over here. But there is a lot of low pressure down here, and we'll keep an eye on that. We've got that high parked here, and we've got low pressure all through here. All right, and that trough here. So we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens next. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. Chemtrails for California and no rain. If anybody gets rain, I'd like to hear about it on the comments. All right, thanks for watching.